Hello. I'm at my daughter's house again. We're going to try this again. I tried this on Christmas Eve, and I was filming during apocalypse. Dogs and cats and trains and sirens and thunderstorms.
You want somebody playing trains and automobiles?
Yes. And then I filmed it, and then I never could get it uploaded. So we're going to try this again. I'm going to share my progress in my whips, but also do a whip parade if the phone will allow me. Anyway, my daughters are over here. They're tech support and my cheerleaders, but it's also awkward. Like, it's hard to be by yourself, and then it's hard to film with an audience, but they're my buddies, and so they're gonna help me through this. Anyway, my name's Michael. Sweet Woodruffs is my channel name. You can find me on Instagram. Thank you, everybody, just for your friendship and for your grace, and just appreciate you being there for me and kind of holding space while I clean up our life and get our life organized and back together after our dad died last year, and we have a lot on our plates. So I wanted to show you this sweater. I found a tag on it. I guess it's a vest, but anyway, that's my mom's handwriting. It says, made by Mama, 1970s, never worn. So maybe this is the first and only time it's been worn. I bet my mom found it in my grandma's closet. Remember, the camera adds 5 pounds. Here, all right, can you see?
Beautiful.
I bet my grandma maybe stitched this 72, 73. And I got it out of my mom's closet. I bet she didn't even know I have it. If she did, she'd want it back. Anyway, I wanted to show you. Let me show you all of my completed whips since the last time I saw you. I think it was September. And I went to Florida and saw my son. And I left my good glasses there, so is that a cat?
That's your cat.
Okay. So readers it is. Oh, the cat's got me nervous. Anyway, I picked this up finally. I finished this summer, and I got it framed, and it took a while to get it back because my framers are in Kerrville, and I don't always get down there. I think they're about 5.5, 6 hours away. So I think this is Carriage House samplings. I think you can still get it. Anyway, I really like the frame. It's copper and bronze, and it kind of matches the floss. This was MPI floss. I pray that risen from the dead, I may in glory stand, a crown perhaps upon my head, but a needle in my hand. So Carriage House sampling. Okay, I haven't got anything else framed lately, but I have got a lot framed throughout the year. But this is my other finish this autumn. I got a lot done this fall. Annie Hyssop is complete. Finally. I've loved every minute. The border took a long time. And I think I started this in the hotel waiting for Lindsay to have her baby. She had gone into labor with Alexander. I love that black pumpkin. Well, heck, if I can get it. And I love the face in the moon. And that bittersweet owl. Can you see? I'm not used to having light. I've got light this time. It's my most favorite finish. I mean, probably got to be top 5. Let's see. I finished this. It came as a kit, but it'll be a mattress finish. It'll be like that. well, heck, got that done. It really wasn't hard. There wasn't much to it. It was just mostly fill in. So I got that done. I actually don't know the pancake. So I got that done this fall. And then I feel like I got more done, but this is what I have on my lap. So I finished, here's some Christmas. Since Christmas Eve, I finished four things. I finished this Christmas Eve watching White Christmas with Bing Crosby, Rosemary Clooney. I finished that. And I just stitched it on a scrap piece of mink, 36 count. And I loved it so much, I want to do all the rest of them in mink. I love stitching on mink. A really smooth fabric. I just call for colors, just DMC. I've got the other one. I want to get this started because you know what I thought? I want to get this done by February for market because they'll be coming out with a new one, so this will be the next. But that's finished. That was Christmas Eve, and then next, this is an old WIP. I've had it forever. I started this probably Christmas Day. No, I had the top, like the roof, and then Christmas Day, I went through and did the rest. It took about 2 days to finish. Do you think about 2 days? But I've had it kitted up for years. It's the date on it says 2010. So it's done, and that's more floss back into my supply. That's kind of one of the goals with my finishing up all these WIPs is to get that floss back so you don't have to keep buying it. Okay, and then yesterday I started this and finished this morning. Maggie Bean, Generosity, Shakespeare's Peddler. I looked online. I think you can still get them. Anyway, I finished this yesterday. It only took a few hours. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And then this one I finished. I started it yesterday and then finished this morning over coffee with my daughter. So those two are done, and this, I've got some belle soie left over. I'm always happy when I've got belle soie. For blessing sampler, in January, I have two choices. When I was preparing for this video, I was going, preparing the WIPs, or going through the WIPs, and I was digging through all my kits that are, my projects that are kitted up, and I really want to, I just have a lot ready to go, and so I thought maybe this one, or this one. This one just says schoolroom samplings, the blue house. Let virtue be a guide to the, that could be fast, or this one. The sunflower seed, walk away wise. I got it. I had the chart for a long time, but I went and got it kitted up at Heart's Desire in Wichita. But this is so cute, isn't it? Why is this not done? Shake the dust off your shoes and walk away wise. But it's kitted and ready. I can't remember that fabric, but I want to say it's the elephant. Which one do you like better, Allison? This one or this one? They're both pretty simple. Which one do you? I'm gonna take this off.
I like the dusty one.
The dust, knock the dust off your feet one?
Yeah.
Well, that's...
I like the darker fabric. You don't
Yeah.
see that very often.
Okay, so Alton just picked out my blessing sampler. Okay, then. Let's see. Here you go, Nora. I haven't worked on her in a few months, but fairy roses. But when I do get her out, I love every minute, but it doesn't go as fast as you think it would, but it's also really simple. It's just kind of block stitching. But I got the bodice and the arms. It's those flowers, those roses. A lot of confetti, and I'm not a confetti fan, but I'm gonna push through because it's just pretty. Looks like my granddaughter. She likes sweet things. She likes fairies and unicorns. All right. Oh, I don't know who made this. Okay, one down, 55 more to go. Okay, so I was looking at this. This is really funny to me. Whenever I'm stitching, I always associate it with good or bad, you know, whatever it is you're going through at the moment, you have the memory with the work that, or whatever TV show you're watching, you just remember. But it's so funny, I got this out and I have zero memory of this. I must have just been blackout, probably grief or something, because I mean, I have no memory of this. And it's not that old, so I mean, I don't. This Happy Morning. But it's so pretty. I bet this is hog bristle. But I'd like to get this back out and work on it and actually remember. I've got a lot done. I remember when this came out, but it's just odd to me that I have no memory of that. It's been a long few years. 2025 is going to be amazing. You can already feel it. You feel a shift. This is Fiddle Feathers. All right, so that's 2. Yeah, I'm trying, I went through all the kits and stuff that I've kitted up and then going through my website, it just kind of restructures and reorganizes your mind to what you have and what you don't need to be buying. This is also a kit that I've had for a long time, and whoop, is that upside down? Dang sure is. But I want more Memorial Day pieces because, not Memorial Day, Veterans Day. Well, Memorial Day and Veterans Day. But anyway, I've got the top end. So I want to get that finished. There's not a whole lot of, it came from Dying to Stitch, okay. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of good Veterans Day pieces. And so this was important, I want to get this done. Some gave all. I know I'm gonna lose count, but I'm at 3 now. Dot dot goose. And cat hair. Wow, it's still rolling. There's no reason why this is not finished, and I'm just gonna give up and just do it. But I know why I slowed down was, yeah, I can get that done. I need to just keep this out. But I got it from Becca, and this is linen from my parents' China Hutch. Probably looks like a placemat. And when we were cleaning out Mom's house, she said, get rid of all that linen. And I said, no, we're not going to be getting rid of linen. So I got this from Becca, but I know why I slowed down was I wanted to put my own name here. Michael Sarah. Michal is my name. But, you know, I'm American, so it's just Michael. But, see, I even asked someone at work I guess my name goes. I even asked him to write it out for me. But I guess it would go that way. Anyway, so that's where I slowed down. And you know what? I'm just going to finish it. With or without my name. Because I want this on my wall. It's from Becca. I have several Becca samplers in my bag here. You know what? If it's close to being finished, I'm gonna set it aside and keep it near me. I don't want it back on a wall to get lost. All right. The big cat bag. I think I got this at the Stitch Niche. So one of the things I did this year, I'm highly annoyed. One of the things I did this year was start what I called bucket list pieces that really meant a lot to me and I'd always wanted to stitch, and you know, they're big, long projects, and you know, just start it. So I've always wanted to do the Days of Advent. Oh, I finally started, and I actually love this fabric. I'm doing it in MPIs, which I don't regret. A lot of times when I go big or go home and break down and get silk, I'm just like, why did I do that? DMC was fine. But for some reason, this is looking really pretty. But what I'm disappointed in, I think I did the math wrong. I need to do, I put the wrong block right there. So I don't know, do I take this out or turn it over and start over? Maybe anyway, that's why it's a WIP. I realized I don't know how to explain it. But you know, you do 4 and down, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do like 5 or 6 across. Anyway, I just did the math wrong. But it's so pretty. I'll have to show you what this looks like in person, because you can't really, these are hand-drawn patterns, Allison. But I saw Cindy, I think, how do you say her name on Instagram? Lycian. Anyway, they did that 24 hours of cross stitch. She finished this, and that's when I realized, like, oh, I like her layout better than this. And now I just did a lot of work on that. I don't know. That's why we end up with WIPs, is we overthink it and then set it aside and start something new. Okay. This is something, you've seen this recently, but this was another bucket list start this year that I started. Oh my goodness, we have to go all the way down. I don't got very far, but when you sit down to work on it, it does go pretty quickly. Let me show you. I need a bag for this. See how it's so long? But yeah, I got a long ways to go. I noticed Norris has got a lot of progress. I need to just put this away and make working copies. But yeah, that's as much as I've got. I think recently I worked on the pink bodice. But yeah, I got a lot of the bucket list pieces started this year. And then when I'm watching the WIP parades, I see other bucket list pieces I want to do. You know, oh, I stitch so fast. Look what else is in here. I got such a mess everywhere I go. I've got some of these in this bag. I started working on this, trying to put in the borders. I started this in 2013. I think they're 1 inch or they're half inch hexies. But I'm getting a little tired of it, and I think I want to just be done with it. So I started working on the border, and it'll just be a table runner instead of a big quilt. My daughter has a joke. I think I told you this joke maybe, but she'll walk into the stitching room or the quilt room, and she'll say, "What are you gonna do with all this stuff?" She says, "You need to finish up all your projects because I am not carrying on your legacy."
I don't say it mean like that.
I know, but it was hilarious.
But you
When
do
you-
need to wrap all this up.
I
because-
know, but it was just because you're so sassy, and you came in there and you're like, "Because I am not carrying on your legacy," which isn't true, because you are artsy and you crochet.
I do crochet. I'll finish it for you. Me and Mariah will. Mariah and I.
I know. I got a chart in there for Mariah. You know how she wanted to learn. I found something that you can do. I have it. So this, you know, who gave this to me is Jaylene. I started it this year. But thank you, Jaylene Wilson. Your love carries on. I'm pretty sure that this is Ledger. Be Stitch Me. Is it Be Stitch Me? But I love this fabric. I think it's Ledger. But this does not go fast. I thought, you know, it's funny to me how sometimes things go faster and other things don't. But I started that this year. But thank you, Daylene. I appreciate you. I think our friends and our friendship carries us through a lot. And I don't even know, I've already lost count. One down there. So this was a kind of a funny story, a little bit of a disappointment, but we'll survive. This was a bucket list piece. I wanted to do it for years, or whenever it first came out. And I got the silks for it at the Victorian Rose Needle Arts, right, in Gainesville. I like driving down to see my son in Tampa, because then I can stop in Gainesville. Okay, so I got the silks. So then the story goes, I saw Trixie Tricycle stitch this on Haunted, and I was haunted by her haunted fabric. Well, then it took forever to find Haunted. I could not find in the stitch count that I wanted. Was it 36? Probably 36. I don't know. And then I found 32, and I thought, well, that'll work. And I didn't like it. And I was really disappointed because Trixie Tricycle's piece is so pretty. So I thought I'll just do avocado. And it's pretty, but I guess I just got all bent out of shape because it wasn't what I had envisioned. But you know, it'll be pretty. I started this on my birthday last year with Stitching Faye and Heidi. But I might have touched it once or twice this year. I think I might have put those leaves in. By 40 count. I didn't want a big, I'm trying to do everything on 40 count as long as my eyes will cooperate, because you've only got so much wall space, right? But avocado is a beautiful fabric. It'll be fine. And I just need to learn to let go of your vision and embrace the new, embrace the reality and be happy. Because I think that you know, going through all these WIPs, I realized that's how so many ended up as WIPs, is because I got disappointed or fractious about it, and so I set it aside. And I bought it and started it for a reason, because I loved it. So let's let go and carry on. This is the only one of all my WIPs that I really am emotionally unattached to, and I'm about done with it. But then I opened it up today and I'm like, well, maybe. I wish I had time to iron, but it's just too much work. So I have a thing for, well, where's the pattern? I love, what do you call the art? Landscape. Yeah, I love landscape paintings. I just love landscape. So this is an old chart, and I really loved this. And I think this is the fabric that came in the kit. I'm working and I'm happy. And then I realized, I don't know if you can see this. So this chart, see how there's dark and then light flower, dark and light. Well, I was doing, okay, so the dark stitches are light pink, and then the lighter marking is the red. So instead of reading the chart, like the red should be on the outside. Does that make sense? And the pink should be inside. And I just threw a fit. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it now, because it's wrong. But if I hadn't have told you that was the chart, you would have never known. If this was hanging on the wall, you wouldn't come up and be like, oh, Mom mixed the pinks.
Yeah. That would look way better.
Yeah, it would look way better, right? So it's all in my head, and I was really thinking, I'm gonna let this go. I'm tired of it. I'm mad at her. But then I got it out this morning. Look at that. I have a problem. I got it out today, and I'm like, it's probably about 1/3 done. I've got this, and then the border. So I don't know. I'm not gonna let it go yet, but that's why. We didn't really break up, but we just took a break from each other, and we took a long vacation. I love this bag. 805 stitcher. Isn't that cute fabric? All right. I'll work on my emotional detachment and see if I can pull it together and finish that. Because I love the scarlet letter. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to keep buying, is because there's so many scarlet letters I want to stitch, and I have a bunch of them kitted up. And I think this WIP parades are good for that. Kind of help reground you. And this is one of my, I am emotionally attached to this, and especially since I changed the fabric. I think I started this, Cosmic Platinum. Let me keep that with that. But this, Mary Bailey, I started it a few years ago, and I just used the fabric that was in the kit, and it was awful. So I got a hold of some Cosmic Platinum. I thought that'll be perfect for this, and I got the border in, and it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to look, see how this is just, was that me?
No.
Or cat?
That's a cat. Your cat.
Did she break it? So it looks much better now. I got the border in, and the edges, they all matched in that Cosmic Platinum. Boy, I'm telling you, if you like kind of a muddy fabric, get you a piece of this. Oh, I love it. In fact, I did get a yard. I bought a yard of it. So I'm gonna keep this one close to me this year. I'm gonna work on it. But I found a few charts with Mary Bailey on them. I think I have enough. I know I have another one. I might have 3, but Mary's Dean's mom, Mary Bailey. And I was so excited to find charts with Mary Bailey, and he was like, "Well, that's not my mom." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is it's Mary Bailey, a Mary Bailey." This one I didn't get very far on, but I sure do love it. I don't know who made this. My name on it, covered in hair. Okay, so this, I just love this because of the colors. Mary Ann Fleming, Lucy Beam. Wow, I better go fast. We're at 33 minutes. I know I wrote on here. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't going as fast as I thought. Isn't that funny? But the colors are just so, like, just fresh and gardeny. It's so pretty. Those colors. Theme. I guess I got it off Etsy. Very pretty, very happy. In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. Proverbs. Okay. And I like that. That looks like exemplar vintage. This I am so excited to start. I got this off eBay. I got the whole kit, and it was really unusual, like something that I wouldn't normally stitch, but it had Turkish on it. And we used to live in Turkey, well, a year. And it just looked like a key limb that my dad would have bought at an auction. I know, isn't it beautiful? Look at it. I got it off eBay. I got the whole kit, right? Anyway, it's but it was going pretty fast, and I cannot remember this fabric. I went ruby, I don't know. What is the name of this fabric? But it goes pretty fast. I got a lot done. What is the name of this fabric? It's so pretty. I'm gonna keep this one out too. Let's see, what's this bag? Sometimes they have names and sometimes they don't. Oh, I know, I was so excited. I hadn't looked at this in months, and when I was getting ready for this video, we reconnected. I love, this is one of my favorites. I love it. I tell you what I love about it, well, I like the chart because it's different. It's unique. But her name is Free Love Hazard. And I'm telling you, if Free Love Hazard stitched a sampler, you have to have her. Is that not the coolest name ever? Free Love Hazard. She was a real person. You can Google her. I just love that, Free Love. If I was ever gonna have a kid again, I'd name her Free Love. Free Love Hazard. No. I love that name. It's just so different. But look at that. Isn't it pretty? And it's not slow going. I mean, it moves along. But man, I love Free Love. Free Love Hazard. Oh, I can't wait to get her done. I'm gonna leave this one out too. I mean, the wipparade has been good for me. It's like, you know, seeing an old friend and, oh yeah, I remember I loved you. So this was a bucket list piece. I did get it started, and I started here and promptly realized one of the greens was wrong and threw a temper tantrum. So that's gonna be one of my New Year's resolutions, just to learn to just calm down. Make do. So I don't know why I would have to be upset over one of the greens is wrong, which is just ridiculous, but look how cute that is. I'm gonna work on this some more this year, because I don't think I've touched it all year. And I know, let's see, what's the fabric? Eureka. Eureka. It's a room. I don't know if you can still get this, but for some reason, I'll hear about it every once in a while. Maybe somebody has it. I think I know, I can't remember the name of the store, but I got it from somebody in Missouri. I don't know where you can get this. Maybe, you know, secondhand market, but for some reason I think sometimes maybe I'm just making it all up, but I'm thinking a store might have it. I don't remember. I'm gonna keep that one close. See, like, here's an example of like me stitching on something and remembering what I was watching. I was watching Dexter. And that just bugged me that I don't have any memory of that sampler. But this I'm really excited about. I'm gonna put my sisters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's places for 6 friends. So I got 3 sisters. I got to figure out 3 more people. I really wanted to put my old friends, like friends that I've had since kindergarten or 1st and 2nd grade. But sisters got to go in for sure, because they're my best friends. And I think that I've made mistakes in this, but one of the things that I liked about it was these, what's the word? The motifs. When you make mistakes in a motif, it's fine. It doesn't mess the whole math of, it doesn't throw the whole project off. You know, you can eat your mistake pretty easily with motifs. And I don't think I've touched this in a while. I know that I did work on it some this year though, because I got some of that. I'm gonna keep this one close. I think things that I haven't touched in 805 Stitcher, I feel like I've bought a lot of bags from her. I like her bags. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do on this still. So I think if I haven't touched it in a while, it's going on a stay close to me pile. Oh, this one I was hoping I could finish it. I'm almost there. Oh, I always do that. Show you the chart. I'm sorry. Hello. Let's try to keep this simple. Ta-da. I'm so close. And it's gone pretty quickly. What surprised me is how small it is. I thought it was gonna be bigger, but you know, it says right on the package that it's small. But I don't like more. I've got the flower and a leaf and finish the border and the words. And it's the size of my hand, so. I like the colors. interesting colors. You know, if I was gonna design a sampler, I wouldn't put root beer and strawberry parfait and pea pod and ruby slippers together. It's just funny to me that how, like, if I was gonna design something, I wouldn't pull these colors. And it's just fun how it all works. This root beer float's kind of like a lavender. Oops. It's just funny how it always works. I really respect artists and designers. And I am stitching this on Thornfield, which I think is going to be a favorite. I need more Thornfield. It's just a perfect, a perfect sampler fabric. Oh heck. All right. I'm gonna leave this one out too. I wanna finish this. I'm gonna finish this before I go back to work. This is, I don't know, 805 Stitcher. Okay, so this I made a decision. I'm tired of it and I'm almost done. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I'm just over it. Mary Fitzgerald sampler. Is that eyelet? No. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna do the contented needle worker trick and cut that off. I'm done. We're gonna stop right there because I don't want to do this. There's a lot of overwon animals, and then that lady, bless her heart, I'm sure she's a nice person, but I don't want to stitch her. I'm sure she's lovely, but look, see, I'm right here, and I don't know, I'm just done. There's so many other things I want to be stitching, but look, they're all eyelet stitches, and it's been a blast. It's I use the fabric in the kit, and so it's almost kind of burlappy. It's not burlap, but it's a rough texture, and I thought it was really perfect for this sampler. It just makes it look old. But I just looking at my WIPs and then stuff I have kitted, I don't want to stitch on this anymore. I'm gonna finish. So all I have left, I'm right there. So I just have, you know, a few more rows, and we'll be fine, and nobody will ever know I left the poor lady out. My daughter will not notice, but this is my favorite thing. I save all the kids' little art, and they stick it in my bags, and so I'll be stitching, and I'll pull out little pieces of love. Did you have a good Christmas? I had the best Christmas I've had in decades. It was a really nice, quiet, and a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of laughs and smiles, and oh my goodness, I'm in a hurry. Okay, so this was a Halloween. I've been really good. I didn't start a whole lot this year, but I did have to start. Allison will love this one. I started this Halloween night. It's super cute. The Addams Family. I'm stitching it on Ancient. I didn't get very far because it was just a Halloween night, and you know, I'm handing out candy. Let me take that out. At least just put it on the side. I didn't get far, but that's all right. It's a start. I started it on Ancient. I really like Ancient because it's like beigey, brown, golden with splashes of blue. Can you see? I wish I would have got further on that because I've had this forever. I've had it kitted up, and that's what I want to keep focusing on is starting and finishing, completing kits. stuff that I had kitted up. I want to get it done on my wall. I'm so close to finishing. I need to keep this one out too, because this, I think what holds me back, it's the confetti. Confetti's always gonna slow me down. But I want to get finished with her because I want to move on to strawberry shortcake. Look at that. What about the dress? This is a bright yellow from X Jude. I got from her club. But still, see, it's that confetti stitching, all that patchwork. I did pull it out and work on it some this summer. I'm gonna keep this one close. I want to be on the lookout in the antique stores for an oval frame. I think she needs an oval frame. If you go thrifting, always look for frames. Thank you so much. I have worked on this year. It actually goes fairly quickly. It's just there's a lot of it. And I love this roof, the kind of 9-patch. But see, this is I think everybody's done this or wants to do it or has it kitted up and ready to go. And it goes pretty quickly if you just stick with it. But this is why I want to get my WIPs done, because see, that's a lot of floss tied up in this. I just had this out recently. Anyway, see you when we finish our WIPs. Have that back. Hey, the phone died. Boy, these WIP parades. This is why I've never done one. It takes forever. And I'm even trying to talk fast. Let me pick up where I left off. This, well, I'll just show you. I'm not gonna get all the patterns out, but it's Anniversaries of the Heart. And I'm on February. I got January done. I even managed to get 4 people in there. There's my mom, and there's my stepdad, and I get 4 or 3. My brother-in-law that I just love so much. Yeah, 3 people. Joel John Scragg, Jacqueline Suella Braddock, and then Christopher Schmidt. I love him. And I'm on February. And it goes fairly quickly if you just buckle down. And I don't think I've touched this all year. I think maybe in the first part of the year I might have done some February work. I'm gonna leave this one out too. I think I'm getting a feel for this. Whatever hasn't been touched in a while. I started this in an airport and I was a little aggravated. It's funny. So I wanted to do this one. And I'm sitting in the airport and I started this and I'm like, well, wait, I didn't want to stitch that one. I wanted to do this one. But anyway, I started it, so I guess it's gonna happen. And it's fine because it's super cute. And we really don't have a lot of February or President's Day stuff out there. So anyway, it'll be cute. It'll be fine. But I haven't worked on it since the airport. I think I've got stuck. But it's awfully cute on that fabric. I know it's Bestitch Me. Yes, Into the Veil. It's a pretty color. It's like a green gray. Anyway, I love it. What is it? 40 count. So that's a full coverage little block right there, and that I think I'll leave that one out too because it's almost January. I know I started this one with Jennifer, stitching in the bluegrass. I loved what she was doing, and I had to have it. I have to do. If I like what you're doing, I'm gonna copy you. But I didn't get very far on it. Picture this plus. Heroic. Ah, heroic. She was stitching hers on heroic, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do that. Where is it? Well, I guess I didn't start it. You know what it is? I did start it. Yeah, not even a WIP now. I did start it, and I decided to start over on heroic. So this officially does not even count as a WIP, but I guess you get to see it. But if you haven't followed her yet, go find Jennifer Stitching in the Bluegrass. She's so lovely. Just a really beautiful heart. And well, that was silly. I started this for Andrea's birthday. This was Andrea's birthday start. I made some good progress. I don't remember. I think what happened was I started throwing a fit over some color. I think what it was it wasn't showing up, and then I don't even know. I think sometimes you just need a break, because now that I'm looking at it, it looks fine. But I've got the border in. But one of the color, I think that might be MPI or something, and I was not liking the way it was showing up. But you know, in the light, you could see it. So I think I pulled out the DMC and was stitching this. Yeah, that looks like DMC. Anyway, but I've got some pretty good progress. I got the border in, but we started this in July. Her birthday's in July. I got the border in. There's dogs over there. At least the cats aren't fighting this time. This is cow fodder. 40 count cow fodder. I like Dames of the Needle fabrics. I don't know if you can see how pretty that is. It's not as grungy as the Cosmic Platinum, but it's a nice old antique-y. It's not grungy, but I mean dirty, but it's not. I mean, it's just a really nice sampler. Cow fodder. Let's see. It's a cute little bag. I don't know. Sometimes they have names, and some. This one makes me laugh. I want to leave this one out because it has not gotten love for probably a couple of years, but Jane, it's on cocoa, 36 count cocoa. But you know what happened? I just want to keep working on that part of my character to just learn to let things go and to relax, and everything will be fine. What happened, I got the border in, but what happened was, you know how when the border doesn't match, you're like a stitch, you know, a stitch off. Well, what happened was I'm like one thread off. I'm a thread off. And that just threw me, and it's totally going to be fine. It'll be fine. But it threw me, and I have spent hours looking, under microscopes, you know, those lamps with the microscope. I don't know what you call it. Not a microscope. Magnifier. I mean, looking, and I cannot find it. And then finally you realize that you've just spent hours, you've lost hours of stitching time looking for the mistake. It's just foolishness, a foolish waste of time, but the colors are so pretty. And I'm just gonna let it go because it'll be fine. Because, you know, an F goes right there. But, oh, I've got a long way to go. But I think I'm over it. I think I'll be able to pick it up I want to get some progress on that. Now this is funny to me too. Okay, so you know how Picasso had a blue era, blue phase? I went through a sanguine phase where I had to stitch everything on sanguine because I love sanguine. It's a beautiful fabric. Well, I thought, oh, this will be unique and different. I will stitch this on sanguine, and oh, how pretty, and it'll just be lovely. Well, what happened was, I think this is Mountain Mist. You could not see it on there. Well, you can see it just fine in the camera. But you know what I was doing? Instead of doubling up on the stitch, I was kind of doing 3. Like I'd go 1, 2, and then back over it just to give it one more little lap of color. But that Mountain Mist and it not showing up was really throwing me. But I've gone too far. It'll be fine. Just finish it. Let's see what it's on. 35 count. Sanguine. It's so pretty on it. It'll just be different. I wanted to be different. And then, you go to you get, like, I really get thrown when my vision isn't what I had in my mind. So I want to get past that and just, well, you can't really see it here either. I want to get past that and just finish my pretty things. Nobody's going to notice but me. And it looks fine now that I pull it out and look at it. But I think it was Mountain Mist. That didn't really pop on sanguine. All right. This you've probably seen recently. I took this on vacation. I've decided every time I go to Tampa, I'm going to take my Jonah bag with me. And I got some letters in. I didn't get very much. But this is on 40 count Ren. So it's super tight, but it looks nice. It looks nice. I need to take that out. Let's see if I can find the chart to show you. Here it is. Anyway, I have a son named Jonah, and I have a Jonah bag. It's cute. All right, yeah, you've seen this. You don't need to see this twice, but anyway, for documentation's sake, there it is. There's Jonah. But I've got a bag of Jonah patterns. They're not real common like Moses or Noah. So if you guys ever see any Jonah charts, let me know. Okay, so this was a birthday start this year. God, my videos are just chaos. Well, I'm traveling. I'm at my daughter's house. I'm not that it would be less chaos at my house, but my birthday start. But I love this so much. And I'm doing it in these flower threads. I think it'll look more, I want it to look rustic, like I found it at an antique market in San Antonio or something. So I'm using the flower threads. And plus I've never really stitched with flower threads before, so I don't think. So that'll be my first. I'm gonna leave that there. This is one of my oldest WIPs. It's really not difficult, but I seem to always make mistakes on this, and then I get mad and I think that's why I get mad, because it's not that hard. But I've ripped this bee out so many times. It's got specialty stitches. It's not hard, but sampler of the bees. But it goes. It's not hard. I need to just finish it. But I think I've ripped this bee out like 2 or 3 times, twice, and I get aggravated because that's not hard. There's some specialty stitches. But yeah, this is old. I need to keep this in this stack over here. The chart's even $3. Let's see. Gnome. I love gnomes. Oh, another 805. I really like her bags, I guess. Okay. Well, I thought I was gonna finish this fall. Maybe I'll keep it out and work on it before I go back to work, because I really don't like that much. I just got the Santa and a Minty. But there's Santa goes there, and there's some lights here. Is there, I think there's a border at the top. I thought I was gonna finish it this fall. I got so close. Now this I need to finish because I have a thing for words of praise. I love these old charts. They just bring me a lot of joy. They're really simple. Nothing fancy. I think they're hand done, yeah. But I think I have almost all of them. I'm probably missing some of them. But anyway, so the reason why I want to finish it is because I want to finish it. But also, what I do when I work on words of praise is I just pull out a bunch of threads and then just play with floss, kind of like you're just painting. Instead of just using the DMC palette, I just pull out threads and I just like, oh, that looks like a tree, or that looks like, so I just kind of paint, I just play with the floss, and I want to empty this bag. I mean, that's a lot of tied up floss there when I don't really lack that much. Yeah, I just got the bottom half. I've just got the bottom to do, and I don't know why I love words of praise. I mean, do I need a reason? I don't need a reason, but you can see like I used some variegated floss there, but I don't know why. They just are. There's prettier charts. There's probably more meaningful ones, but for some reason I just I've never worked one where I was unhappy. Where I see, yeah, I've just got the little I worked a lot on this recently. Is it Jane Hopkins? I've worked a lot on her. One of the things I didn't like about this was, no, I love the chart, but what I did was that, you know, when I got the chart, I wanted the flower. Everybody loves the flowers, and I really like putting in the border first. So what I've been working on the last couple of weeks is getting the flower over to the border so I can start on the border. Is this upside down? Yes. Yes, it is upside down. I want to get to that border and start getting the border in. So, and this is fun stitching too, because again, it's just block stitching. You're just doing blocks of color. I mean, there is color change, but I mean, it's not confetti type of stuff. Anyway, I got to the border. Let's see how fast I can go. This is taking a long time, but I mean, it's been a pleasure. It's not heavy lifting. It's a lot of work, but it's not a slog, if that makes sense. This one is a slog, and I don't know why, and it's not the chart's fault. And I wonder, I worked a lot on this at Dad's house, maybe when he was in hospice. So I'm wondering if I like have some emotional issues with it. But I did this over the summer and fall. I got all the blocks in. I started this one. So I'm going to Kerrville next weekend, so I'll probably take it with me. Every time I go home to Ingram or Kerrville, I take this with me so I could put some stitches in. I'm changing it to be my hometown. This is Hog's Bristle. This one, I got this from Andrea. I love red-winged blackbirds. I always wanted to stitch this, and I got it from her. I think I bought it. I can't remember. Anyways, I got it kitted, and I got a start. But I love red-winged blackbirds. The kids and I are attached to them. We have a lot of memories. I mean, I guess it's not really a red-winged blackbird, but anyway, I'm just gonna say that it is. Because I love the chart. I like the bold flowers. I didn't get very far on that, but this has been, okay, I started, was this a birthday start of 2023? I know I started it in September. You've watched my progress and I'm killing it, and then I burn out. It's these flowers. There's like 242 stitches in each carnation. But I made some really good progress. I got to the house. And I do want to finish this because I was doing this for my mom. And she's, you know, she's 77. So I need to, you know, I just need to finish it for her. But what's the where I'm at? I guess I am here. I got. So I've got. Anyway, I'm killing it, and I'm gonna keep this one out too, because here's another love note from the kids. They're so cute. Anyway, I've had a good time with this. It's on Grandma's slip, X Jude, and then with Gloriana's, which has just been gorgeous to work with. I've got some more. I think, is it Three Sisters? Don't quote me, but I want to say those. Is it Three Sisters samplers, or is it just Sister samplers? They chart a lot with Gloriana, so I've been buying up some of their charts and working on kitting them with Gloriana, because I've had such a good time with X Jude and Gloriana. Like that, I really have loved that experience. I think I stalled a little bit because I was thinking you couldn't really see the letters very well, but I was doing this for my son and his two kids when he was a toddler, and every time we were in the car, especially driving at night, we would say this poem, like, I see the moon and the moon sees me, God bless the moon and God bless me, and he'd say again. So I'd say it again, and then, you know, the whole trip home, I mean, by the time we got home, I'd said it 30 times, but you know, you do what your toddler asks of you. So I was making this for my son and his littles, and I wanted to do it on the blue, and then I started thinking, well, why didn't I do it on the white? I don't know. I'm not going to give up. I like it. But I noticed that about all of my WIPs. I remember, I can almost tell you why I stopped, and it was because something aggravated me, and I want to work on that, because it's fine. When you take a break and you come back to it, you're like, why did that even bother me? It was fine. Let's see. I've got this WIP. I was stitching this with Jennifer. I want to work on this because the colors are so happy. I'm not going fast, but I did get some work done on it this year. But it's a drum. I'm gonna start racing here. Boy, these videos take a long time, don't they? Okay, this is, I had the best time getting ready for this, because I remembered how much I love something, and why did you go on the, oh wow, this is so wrinkled. You're not going to be able to see how pretty it is. Just a second. Jesse and me. So, you know, you're looking at it, oh, that's a pretty chart. Yeah, I like it. Okay, sure, fine. It's nice. But then when I'm stitching it, and look how wrinkled this is. My daughter doesn't have an iron, so I was just like, okay, we're just gonna wing it. And now, but I'm doing it on 40 count flagstone, lakeside, Oh, you can barely see it, but it is so pretty. I love this sampler. It's the really pale, like muted colors. I find all kinds of things in my bags. Look at that, a boarding pass. Where was I going? But the colors are so pretty. Just kind of muted in browns and cocos. Creams, some reds. But I love that. I'm so glad I pulled this out because I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long, and it's really pretty. If you haven't stitched this or started it, I highly recommend this one. And it's really pretty. So there's a story behind this WIP, and it's funny to me because I had this started years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. It got lost. So it was on my what do you call that, unicorn, and then Andrea said, oh, there's a Facebook group for it. So I went to the Facebook group, and I was grateful for the Facebook group, but I couldn't read the chart very well, I guess it was. So, and then I guess it came up for sale, right? Is it, anyway, I was so happy to have it, and I did the same thing that I did before. I started in the middle, and I don't like that anymore. And so now I'm stuck confetti stitching a bird. I really wish I hadn't. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna start everything. This is Be Stitch Me Scroll. That's a nice, but I will never do that again. From now on, I'm always gonna do borders. But I am gonna finish it. It was a unicorn, and I found it, and I love it. I still love it. And it wouldn't be that hard to complete if I just get past that bird. But I did the same thing with that Jane Hopkins, where I was so excited, so I started in the center. Yeah, I think I've learned my lesson. Jane Hopkins, and then this one. I'm not doing that again. I got a lot of work done on it this summer. I think I just had like a little corner start, and I got all the way down to there. So I got a lot done this summer. I think I just had like that done. And I love this chart. It's the colors are just so fruit salad-y. Just delish. It's just really fresh, and I noticed a difference whenever I kind of was not feeling chipper. It really helped to pull out this happier colors, really lifted my spirits. Okay, this is, I guess, my latest start this summer. I know I got this down at the Tinsmith's Wife, and I was so excited. I guess my sister was in the hospital, and I needed a new project. I couldn't wait. I love that brown and pink. So I kitted it up. I'm rolling, and then you cannot see the pink flowers. Look at that. So this is a WIP, but it might be a start over. I mean, you can see a little bit, but not like I wanted. And this is Cocoa, and I guess I'm not super happy. So I guess it's a WIP. I'm not gonna give up. And I don't like starting over. I was thinking about that today. Is it better to start over and or pull the pink out and try different flosses, or get a different fabric and start over? Because this is Cocoa, and I was looking at this And I think that's mocha for this one. I don't know what it is. It says chestnut, but does that look like chestnut? Anyway, I think that might. Here, have a look. See, the pinks show up better on this darker. Shows up a little bit better. I might change fabric. I just do not like starting over. I'm a little ornery, and what do you call it, where you cut off your nose to spite your face? Like, I will just stick with it, even if I hate it. Just because I'm like, I'm not starting over. And then I just make yourself miserable. Sometimes you just need to start over, I guess. But here, real quickly, I'm at the bottom. So here, I don't really have a lot of spring. Well, this is my only spring WIP. That dog. Now digging in his cushion, but at least he's not eating my plastic. Look. Anyway. So. That's my only Easter springy thingy. Oh, I do have this, and I tell you what happened with this. I think I'm just petty. I want to see if I can show you Emerald City. So what happened was, you get the oh, see, I am so silly looking at this now. It's totally fine, but their floss is variegated, and I think I didn't really like the lighter green on the bottom. I wanted the darker green on the bottom. Isn't that silly? How whenever something is just, that is silly, Michael. I'm trying to think of her name. Of course I'll think of it as soon as I am finished with this. She's in Canada, and she finished this, and she put beads in it. Oh, what is her name? Anyway, I love her finish. I really want to, yeah, I do not want to give up on that. I just want to get over my foolishness. Oh, the green's not right. Okay. I think the rest are just little smalls. Like this is almost done. I think I got burned out on a white ghost. I got a lot of October and Halloween things done last year. And I just got tired of stitching that ghost. That's pretty much it. I mean, I think that's it. I guess I'm gonna close this. This is gonna be a long video. And my daughter's been so supportive, and I really appreciate them. And even the dogs were cooperative, and the cats didn't fight. So, whew. I really appreciate your patience and your friendship. Thank you so much for just, like I said, like holding space for me while I feel like I ghost a lot of friends, and I don't mean to be that type of person, but you know, it's just been a hard 2 years. I think we're through the whole daddy's estate. We're past that, so, and the grief is less, and I think the family is calming down some, and so everybody, we're doing all right. We're just tired. I wasn't prepared for how tired grief made us, like just really tired. But anyway, everything's fine, and we're blessed more than we deserve, and I just really appreciate you, and hold me accountable. Don't let me spend a bunch of money. I want to stitch what I have. I've got some really beautiful things started, but also kitted up. So I'm going to close out with Happy New Year. I just pray it's a good year for everyone, and a year of grounding, that everyone is grounded and is able to transition peacefully through whatever comes our way. And I pray that you'll be blessed and be a blessing to others. And find me on Instagram. I'll talk to you. I don't always post, but I'm there. All right, take care. Bye-bye.